What's up, fellow entrepreneurs and FlowChat connector? Sean back at you. In this video, we're going to talk about something that's awesome and disruptive and proven, and it's technology. And it's always great to have amazing technology at our fingertips. I'm going to share how to track your sales and manage your prospects without using spreadsheets, Excels, docs, pages, or any of that other stuff moving forward. This one is going to be exciting. Let's get into it. What's up, FlowChat connector? Sean back at you with another high-ticket tune-up. In this video, I'm going to dive directly into the weeds with you because I want you to see this from two different lenses. The first lens is going, oh, by the way, please make sure and do all the YouTube things. Like this video if you find value in it, share it out to someone else that needs it, and of course, subscribe to the channel if you find some value. But I'm going to dive deep into the weeds on this one for you. I'm going to talk about the old way versus the new way. And the old way incorporates spreadsheets and docs and pages and Excel and all these other things. And the new way involves technology, a very simple one-click system that I'm going to share and show you exactly how it works. And you can determine the speed and the efficiency of which method you want to go for. So first and foremost, if we are to ever start doing any type of messaging of sorts or reaching out through the DMs, like the DM outreach process, and we wanted to use spreadsheets and docs, this is the old way. So what I'm doing now is the old way. What do you need? Well, first of all, we probably need a social media platform. So you got to have one of those. In this case, I'm going to use the example of Facebook. Second thing we need is a sheet with the messaging script that we're going to use. And third thing we're going to need is a spreadsheet that has the tracking available for us. Now I'm going to show you what we used to do before we built the tech that I'm going to share with you here today. The new way is the one-click import, the speed play, and how you can just leverage time and save a bunch of your energy in doing the process. So here we go. As I present into sharing my screen here, I'm going to share my entire screen so you're going to see everything. No holds barred. Okay, cool. So you can see my screen here. I'm talking on the unit. I'm actually going to go full screen here. Again, first thing I said is you need some sort of a script. So I just put together this very simple messaging script that you can see here. And it's got, an icebreaker message that we would send somebody, maybe a 2-day follow-up later if they want to chat or if they don't want to chat. And then, of course, a booking link. So this is a very basic type of conversational messaging script that we can have. And I built a coordinated spreadsheet tracker. If I click over here, you can see a couple of things. What do I have? Well, I have the name of the person I want to speak with. I have the social media link of their choice, like whatever they're, so if you're playing on Facebook or Instagram, or it works on all of them. And then you can see I've got these other categories here, which actually correspond. Icebreaker sent. If I go back over here, you can see here's my icebreaker message. So what's really unique, and most people don't know about this, if you are using Sheets, let me share a little pro tip with you. You can actually hyperlink any text inside of a spreadsheet here. And what's great about this is you can, inside of pages or docs or Google Docs, you can actually create these little things called bookmarks. Bookmarks are really powerful. And so wherever you want to put a bookmark, you just put your cursor there, and then you would go insert bookmark, and then you can actually drop. And as soon as you do that, it drops this little thing. And now it's got a link directly to this particular stage in your doc, which is a cool pro tip. You can use it for anything. If you're like writing a book and you have like 74 chapters or something like that, very easy to be able to jump right to that stage. And so what I've done is I've taken all these little links, these bookmark links here, and I've linked them in right to my sheet. So I know exactly where to be at all times. It's a little power tip. It'll save you a ton of time. So for example, if I was going to say, if somebody said, no, they don't want to chat, well, then I can click here and I can click here, and then it'll take me right back to this place, and my cursor will automatically be right where it's at, and I know that I'm here, and then this is the message that I'm going to save and send, right? So let's go through the process of the old way. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to choose a social platform like I told you. So we're going to use Facebook. In this case, what if we were searching for agency owners? That's our niche, that's our target. Let's start there. So what I could do is I could type in agency owners like this, and it would pull up a bunch of different places of where I could go. One of these first things that come up is groups. So instead of going into one of these groups, I'm going to go into my group. Let's say there's an agency owners group like this one. This is our FlowChat group. You can see here, obviously I'm an admin, but what's really powerful about this is now as I start scrolling down, I could see that there are, posts in here. And so if you are looking for agency owners, the first thing we could do is we could just go to the members list. If we clicked on members, and then now we have this big list of members here. Okay, that's great. Maybe we'll start there. We'll come down here. Let's say Chris. Chris seems like the right person as this example. Maybe this isn't your person that you're trying to sell to, but in this case, this is an example. So what I need to do is I need to click on his name. This is going to take me right to his group page profile. So as soon as I open that, here I am in his profile. And what am I doing now? Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to validate and verify he's a good fit. So he's a good fit. His name is Chris Baden. So the first thing I'm going to do is just copy that. Command C. I'm going to come back here and I'm going to put his name. Boom. Chris Baden. Of course, I'm going to undo the, where did it go? Chris Baden, public typing, as you know, right? So Chris Baden, there he is. So now I've got Chris Baden. I'm just going to delete this row here. So we got Chris Baden. That's the name of the prospect. What's his social media link? So I can come back here and I can grab, this is his actual, sometimes it's his group link, view main profile. That's what I want to do. So now I've come over to his main profile and you can see here, it starts with this 55. So this is public data. I'm just going to go ahead and copy that down. And now I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to paste that thing right here. Okay, so now I have his social media link. Now I'm off and running to the races. So I've done this. Now you see how many clicks it's taken me to get here. Just notice that as we get to the new way, you're going to be blown away. So now we have Chris, we have his media link, and now we're ready to start messaging Chris. So how do we do that, right? So all we have to do is we can just click on his link and it would take us right to his profile, which is here. And then we can just click the message button, wham. And then the messages are going to pop up like this. This is our first message. So maybe what you want to do is click friend request or send friend request. Obviously, there's another click. Click messages. There's another click. Now we're in here and we can click down here to actually write him a message. What message are we going to write? So now we click back to our sheet and we're like, shoot, I need my icebreaker. So you can click here. You click on this link. It takes you back to the doc. So now you're here and you've got your message. Okay, you see it says, you seem awesome, first name, would love to get you on a call. So I'm just going to highlight that, click, 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 copy this, click, click, click. Now I'm going to go back to his profile. I'm going to come in here, right click and paste that message. And then now I have to click here and I have to go ahead and like change his name and everything else, right? And I mean to put another space there and now hit send. Okay, so now I've sent my initial icebreaker to Chris. I don't want to stop there. I just want to go back to my tracking sheet. And I'm going to come down here. I'm going to write today's date is 3/30/23. Okay, boom. So now I know my icebreaker was sent on this day. Now I see here that there's a 2-day follow-up. So I, in theory, would wait until the April 1st in order to see if he's responded. Of course, if I had more people, then I would go and I would send some more icebreakers, and that's how that would work, right? Same process as you move forward. Then we would wait a couple of days. We'd pop this thing open. We'd say, okay, 3:30. Now today is 4/1. If that was the case, we can go here and we're going to actually send this next message. So what do? We would click into his profile. Boom. We'd come back over here. We'd hit the messages inbox. This would pop up. We'd see this. We'd see if Chris actually responded to us or not. And if he didn't, okay, cool. So then we're going to come back here and actually we would go here. We'd click on this. We'd grab this. It would take us right to this part where it says the 2-day follow-up. And then, of course, I would highlight this, copy this, and now I'm going back into his messages and I'm pasting that. Boom. You there? Perfect. So that would be my 2-day follow-up, and I would wait for that to happen. And in case this is the case in point, I'd come back here, and if it was 4/1, I'd write 4/1/23. And so now I know that I've sent my 2 follow-ups here, and he can either say yes, he can say no, or he can do nothing. If they do nothing, we just want to move on to the next one. Don't waste bullets on people that aren't responding to you. If he says no, we have a response. And when he says yes, we have a response. So depending on how he responds, that's how we would go. So in this case, we come back to the, like another day later and we'd see, okay, let's say he said something back to us. He's like, yeah, I'm open to chatting. Great. Well, then we come back here and we want to say when yes to chatting sent. So we can click here, click there. It would take us over into this page. And then we would grab this particular copy from right here. I'd right click, I hit copy. And now I fly back over here and I hit paste. I'm going really fast, but you guys kind of get it, right? So he says, sure, I'm up for it. And I say, great. Can you share how you build relationships at scale? And then maybe today is 4/2. So there's not going to be this message, but then now I'm 4/2/23. And you can see here, let me just center these things for you so you can see it a little bit easier. Bam, just like that. And so now 4/2, that has been sent. And then we're going to wait another day and then have this one come out and say, boom, we would click there. So we would go and check 2 days later. He says, sure. And we're like, great, let's send the next message. So we'd come back here, click on this, and we could click here. It would take us into the sheet again. And now he says yes to chatting. And we grab this link, boom, we'd hit copy. And we go back over to his profile. And now we would actually send that message with the link, right? Now, we come back here and we say, all right, Paul booking link was sent on 4/3/23. And then now we have the, when the call is booked, we take the call and then maybe they purchase on 4/10/23 or something like that, right? So you now have a complete record of Chris from cold to sold in this spreadsheet. That's how it would work in theory, right? Now, we did this for years and years and years exactly in this process. We got very, very good at it. And then we realized it takes anywhere from 20 to 30 clicks to execute sending one single message. Worse than that, the anxiety that I have as a business owner, again, we're always about stopping the anxiety. That's one of the things that FlowChat does is, man, that's a lot of clicks. That's a lot of time. And it's not very many messages that are being sent or conversations that are being followed up with. And so when we decided that this was too archaic, even though it's a system, it works very well, we've done millions of dollars with it, we said, look, we need a different tool that can do the same as this, but also give tracking and reporting. Because the one thing you don't have here is how do you combine the data to pull out your tracking and your reporting and all that other stuff, right? So what we created is something called FlowChat. If you haven't seen it, this is a FlowChat pipeline. And you can see here, I've lined this up. We've got imported prospects, we've got qualified prospects. And now if I look here, we've got the same messaging layout. So icebreaker message, right? If I go back to the script, we've got the icebreaker message. There it is. And now we come over here, we got the 2-day follow-up one here. So I go back here, you can see 2-day follow-up, boom, that's it. And same and so on and so forth. So we got if no, this is a dark color. When yes, that's great. And then of course we send the booking link and then when they purchase. So we've got all the same stages that are all set up right here in our own stages, but now we get to execute this at high speed. Let me show you how quick and easy you can execute with the new way. You just saw the old way. This is the new way, right? Inside of FlowChat, what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Chris's profile. In this case, we're not even going to go to his profile. I'm going to hit the back button and we're going to cruise back into the group. Watch how cool this is, right? So here we are in the group. Of course, you can see our little extension that pops up here. That's great. We're not even going to use that because I don't want you to see that right now. That's something else. But here we are sitting on the members list. And we know that here's Chris's profile. In the meantime, we also know that here's some other people that might be really great fits, like all these group members. Well, what if I could just hit refresh here? And all of a sudden, I had this ability to import all of the members all at once. So my little extension pops up and you can see right here, it says import 20 profiles. If I hit the scroll button, watch what happens. It starts scrolling the page. No hands. Check that out. Boom. Now it's starting to count up 30, 40, 60. Okay, I'll stop at 60. 60 profiles. One click import. Boom. One click. And then I say, example, right? What's the deal amount? 2,000. Where am I putting them? I'm putting them right into that pipeline that I just built that I showed you. What color are we going to make them? Purple. And one click import. Watch this. 60 people instead of one going onto a spreadsheet. How much time did I just save by doing it this way, right? What's beautiful about this is probably all of these people are already imported into my tech. And so it takes a little bit of time here to share that with you. But the cool part is now we can see 60 leads were processed. 57 imported into the profile, 3 were already in the database and were ignored. So the tech kicks out the duplicates. That's important to remember. But then check this out, 60 leads have been added to the pipeline, not just one like I did to that spreadsheet. And so now all I have to do is go back over to my pipeline. I've collected 60 people. All I do is hit refresh, watch what happens. And voila, in one click, I now have $120,000 worth of opportunity sitting here ready to go. And of course, I believe Chris would be right down here. So here's the same profile with Chris. Now we have Chris ready to go. So we know Chris is qualified. We verified by looking at his profile. Yes, he's a good fit. And now I'm ready to send my icebreaker message. So instead of going to that spreadsheet, clicking that button, jumping over to the script, copying that message, going back to the profile, hitting paste, changing the messaging, and then hitting send, and then going back to the spreadsheet, and then recording the data and the date of when the message was sent, all I have to do is click one button. Each one of these stages stores a unique message, and the objective is to take the cards from left to right. So if I want the icebreaker message, all I have to do is click here, and two things happen. Number one, right into his inbox. I don't have to go through his profile. I'm just here. And number two, that message that is stored in that stage is copied to my clipboard. So yeah, you betcha. Check this out. I just go here, I hit right click, and I hit paste. Wham, you seem awesome, Chris. I hit send, and it's the same message as I just sent up there. That's pretty awesome. And then I can just come back here, and I drag the card along, and boom, now I know when this is set. The beauty of how much faster this works is I don't even have to track the timing anymore. I have a calendar of when I can follow up. So I can set this for 1 day in the future, 2 days in the future, whenever I want it. So it tells me the date of when I need to send my next message. So let's say the day comes up and it's today, and it says today, right? So it says today. That's awesome. So now I know that I need to activate and work on today's cards. Well, I can just click this button, and it's already copied the next message, and I'm back in the messenger with Chris here. And then very simply, I can just see if he responded. If he did, great. If he didn't, right click and paste. And I go, you there? And I hit send. You could see same messaging sequence, right? Same one right there. Boom, boom. And then I come back over here and I move the card along. And now he has this option. Well, he can say no, or he can say yes, or he can do nothing. Well, if I right click on this, all my templates appear. And you can see right here, I've got if no, or I've got when yes. You can see this one's the default. So the default, when I left click on that icon, that's the one that copies to my clipboard and takes me to the messenger. But if he says no, then I can just right click and then left click. Watch this. That's now copied to my clipboard, the no response. I'm back in his messenger inbox, and I can just right click and hit paste. And it says, no worries, let's stay connected and chat. So if you said no, that's the one I would send. In this case, I will match what is put up here. So let me go back. I'm just going to delete that. I'll go back into my pipeline here. And if I click here, that would be copied. Or again, if I know he says yes, then I would just click here, and I'm back in his instant messenger box here. And then I know that I just can right click and hit paste, and then I can hit send. And the other thing that's nice is our custom variables are put in here automatically. So I didn't have to, like I did earlier, change his name out. It's just automatically populated right there, right? Great. Can you share how you build relationships at scale? And for your business, it's the same question, right? Now I come back here, and I'm going to skip over this one, and I'm just going to drop it right here. Bam, just like that. So now I'm going to wait until it says today again, and I'll click this message. And guess what? That next copy call booking link message is copied to my clipboard. And oh yeah, I'm going to come back in here. This is what I'm talking about. Hit the paste button. Well, bam, and check it out. It's the exact same message as above. So that's the old versus the new, and that's the speed savings you get by using FlowChat. The other thing that's really unique, right? And then when somebody purchases, we can move it here, and we have a button that says stats. So if I just click that button, here's what you see. You see all the stages. But then you have all the reporting that you need. 60 people were moved into this pipeline. Who are they? I can actually drill down into Chris's account here, and I can see all of his information. I can see all of his links. I can do all the details here. So it's a CRM plus, more so just using your messenger system as your own CRM. It's very easy to use, and you can see every time I drag a card along in the stages, it tracks who and where it goes through. Now, this software is available for white label if that's something that's interesting to you. But on the flip side, if you just want to crush your business, this is the tech that will allow you to do it. With that said, you've just seen the old versus the new, and how quickly and how efficiently you can use FlowChat to do the DM outreach play at scale. And by the way, it's so flexible and so adaptable. It doesn't matter what method of acquisition. If you're running a challenge, you can use it to drive people into your challenge. Once they finish your challenge, you can use a different pipeline to book a call with them. Virtual summits, you need to fill those up? Fantastic. If you're running paid ads, maybe you're driving people into a Facebook group, you can use FlowChat to assist all of those things. The Facebook ad gets posted, somebody likes your ad or comments on your ad, you can collect all the people that liked and commented on your ad, your post, someone else's post or someone else's ad. That's right. You can collect all those people instantly with a one-click import. You can put them in a pipeline, and we can start building relationships, nurturing, and eventually booking calls or sending them to websites or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. And once you've done that, you are winning at the highest scale. So if this is interesting to you, below in the comments, there will be a link. You can book a call to see how it would apply in your business specifically. I want to show it to you in action. We have a team that's ready on standby, waiting to see this, waiting to share this with you, because I think if you're even in the realm of using DMs anywhere in your business, this is the tech that's truly going to revolutionize how you do it. And again, this is how you track your sales and manage prospects without Excel sheets, without docs, without sheets, without Word, without anything else other than just one tool. And it works on 9 different socials. It's the only one of its kind that does that as well. So again, if this was valuable to you, please smash that like button, share this out to someone else that might need this system or need this service. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Again, like I mentioned, this is available for white label because it is our own tech. The original version was built way back in 2017. We're on version 4 right now. And here's what's really cool. We've taken AI, ChatGPT, and already added that into our tech, where we're the only ones in our space that have AI in the tech. So you can use and leverage ChatGPT and other AI tech at light speed. It's at your fingertips. It's here. It's ready to go. With that said, I love you. I hope that was good for you. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Ciao for now.